Now at 10, a new home for elementary kids in Joplin will visit Dover Hill Elementary ahead of its grand opening. Plus, some changes to Social Security benefits, how they can affect four-staters. And the Girard Trojans and Baxter Springs Lions boys basketball team square off as they look to bounce back after losses.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin School celebrated the grand opening of Dover Hill Elementary School. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Community members stopped by for an open house, and so did KOAM Shagun Bamadelli.
Joplin School staffs and Dover Hill parents and students were invited to tour the building to give the community a sight of what they've all been waiting for.
What's great, we had an entire team of people working on this project that all did an amazing job, all the way from the designers to the builders, the contractors. It took a lot of people to put this together, and everybody did a great job, and we're excited for the students of Joplin.
I am currently in the library of the new Dover Hill Elementary School, where I spoke to some community members who came to check out the building. Some couldn't hide their excitement, and some tell me they wish they had this type of building in their time.
It's perfect. The school is it's brand new, it's beautiful. I'm kind of overwhelmed with how large it is. It kind of reminds me of a high school, honestly, because it's so nice and new and big and very modern. I just have enjoyed walking around.
It's just nice to see this facility. It's kind of exciting, it almost makes me want to go back to school.
Teachers are going to be thrilled. These teachers have been teaching in older buildings for quite a long time, and they were beautiful buildings, but I think that now it's time that we had an upgrade of both West Central and Columbia, and this building has done that.
Children also love the building.
I like how it has a lot of artwork, and it's everything that I imagined. The library is a very special place. I love to read. Sometimes I like to make my own stories.
Reporting in Dover Hills Elementary School, Shagun Bamadelli, KOAM News.
Dover Hill will open tomorrow for its first day of classes. Senior citizens receiving a big bump in Social Security are facing more challenges than just a cost of living increase. An 8.7% cost of living adjustment announced by the Social Security Administration starts this month. Those increases, however, could mean that some seniors won't qualify for other benefits they were receiving, and they might have to pay taxes on their benefits. The Economic Security Corporation in Joplin is helping bridge gaps as many seniors monitor their money.
I just hope that they can get this all controlled, because you can't, where everybody's living day by day now as it is. The prices are going up, and they're not giving out stimulus anymore, and I don't think they're not taking any consideration for the security people, for low income and stuff like that. They got to do something.
Social Security money goes out at several different times during the month. The first round of checks at the new rates were sent out today. City of Joplin is accepting proposals for a strategic plan to better serve the area's homeless population. Officials say the proposal should include input from community organizations and county homeless coalition service providers. Sealed bid proposals will be accepted until March 1st at the Joplin City Manager's office. Convicted murderer Amber McLaughlin was executed this evening in Jefferson City, Missouri. She is the first openly transgender woman to be executed in the U.S. A jury convicted McLaughlin, at the time known as Scott McLaughlin, for killing a former girlfriend in 2003. However, it was a judge who sentenced McLaughlin to death after the jury couldn't agree on the punishment. Missouri is one of only 2 U.S. states, along with Indiana, that allows trial judges to impose death penalty sentences in the event of a deadlocked jury. Missouri Governor Mike Parson declined to grant McLaughlin clemency. Andrew Bailey was sworn in today as the new Attorney General of Missouri. He is the state's 44th AG. Attorney General Eric Schmidt was elected by Missouri voters to serve in the U.S. Senate. Prior to Bailey's appointment by Governor Parson, he served as general counsel to the office of the governor. Sam Lane joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Yes, thank you very much, Dal. Last night at this time, we were dealing with showers and thunderstorms. In fact, some of those thunderstorms produced tornado activity down in Oklahoma. This was a picture taken by Kim Chills near Fairland, Oklahoma in Ottawa County, and was retweeted by Justin Aaron. So it was quite active last night, but it is all calm tonight with radar all clear. No storms tonight. And in fact, we're seeing temperatures dropping from that record-tying high yesterday of 75 all the way down into the mid-40s right now. And we're going to continue to drop overnight into the 30s and all the way down to 30 degrees by tomorrow morning. But it's actually pretty close to normal. And then tomorrow we're going to see a cool day and a cool midweek, some Saturday showers. But we're going to go into a dry pattern for a while. Maybe a little bit of wintry mix in there as well. We'll talk all about that in just a little bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. The Joplin Public Library today announced a new initiative. Joplin Reads Together is the library's first community read, which is a month-long event centered upon one adult book and will include programs during April, which will end with a visit from the author of the chosen book. Finding the right book has been a challenge.
It was hard, especially since this was our first time. Really what we were looking for was a book that had those qualities of allowing itself to discussion. Since it's a community read, we wanted it to be open enough that those that read it felt like they could not just enjoy it, but talk about it with others.
The 2023 book will be announced on the 31st of this month. The Joplin Parks and Rec Department today announced the winners for the 2022 Holiday Tree Trail as voted by the public. The Wildwood Senior Living won third place. Second place goes to Preferred Community Services in Joplin, Nevada, and El Dorado Springs. And in first place, Joplin Schools Early Childhood. A total of more than 2,200 votes were cast. Coming up, the latest on Marvel actor Jeremy Renner's condition following a dangerous snowplow accident. Plus, the House votes to adjourn and try again following failed attempts to elect a new Speaker of the House. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is sedated and getting treatment at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center after suffering a cardiac arrest during last night's game against the Bengals. The 24-year-old suddenly collapsed after making a tackle. Players on both teams were visibly shaken, gathered to pray in the field. The game was postponed with no plans to resume it this week. In a statement, the Hamlin family thanked first responders and medical staff for their swift actions. Donations for a toy drive started by Hamlin in 2020 surged after his collapse. Just an hour after Hamlin was taken off the field in an ambulance, the fundraiser topped $74,000. It has since soared to more than $5.8 million, with 195,000 people donating. Actor Jeremy Renner is in critical but stable condition following surgery after a weather-related accident, according to Variety. The Marvel star's representative confirmed that his injuries were suffered after experiencing a weather-related incident while plowing snow early Sunday. Renner's injuries are described as blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries. The 118th Congress got off to a rocky but historic start in the House of Representatives. They failed to elect a speaker in the first ballot, the first time that's happened since 1923, 100 years ago. And after two more unsuccessful tries, they adjourned for the night to try again tomorrow. Reporter Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington following the latest developments.
A speaker has not been elected.
For the first time in 100 years, it's taking multiple rounds of voting to elect a House Speaker.
Hunt. McCarthy.
Republicans, with their new but slim majority, failed to unite behind a single candidate over 3 ballots on Tuesday.
No one in this body has worked harder for this Republican majority than Kevin McCarthy.
Frontrunner Kevin McCarthy fell short of the 218 votes needed to secure the gavel, with more than a dozen GOP members withholding support.
If you want to drain the swamp, you cannot put the biggest alligator in charge of the exercise.
McCarthy offered several concessions up until the last minute, but it wasn't enough to win over his critics.
They were given everything they wanted, and they couldn't say yes.
Nebraska Congressman Don Bacon says the infighting needs to stop.
These folks refuse to be part of the team, and by doing so, they hurt the entire Republican Party, they hurt Congress.
Meanwhile, all 212 Democrats supported New York's Hakeem Jeffries.
He does not grovel to or make excuses for a twice impeached so-called former president.
Realizing the body was at an impasse, the House adjourned until Wednesday afternoon. On the other side of the Capitol, the Senate handled its opening day business without drama. Vice President Kamala Harris swore in 35 newly elected or re-elected senators. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
No House business can begin until there's a speaker, including the swearing in of the members. In 1856, it took 2 months and 133 votes to choose a House Speaker. Donald Trump might make a return to Facebook soon. Facebook's parent company, Meta, says it's considering allowing the former president back on its platforms. The former president was banned from Meta's platforms, which included Facebook and Instagram, after the attack on the Capitol in January of 2021. Initially, the ban was indefinite, but that was later revised to 2 years. The former president was also banned from Twitter, but his account was reinstated in November after Elon Musk took over as owner. Shortly after midnight on New Year's Day, Ukrainian forces struck, dealing the Russians a deadly blow. Rockets flattened a Russian military base housing troops and storing weapons in eastern Ukraine. In a rare admission of military loss, Moscow claims at least 63 soldiers died, while Kyiv says as many as 400 were killed and hundreds more than that injured. Southwest Airlines is being sued over its massive Christmas meltdown. In the lawsuit, a passenger accuses the airline of violating federal law. He says instead of providing prompt refunds for canceled flights, Southwest offered credit toward a future flight. A federal judge in Louisiana has been asked to certify the lawsuit as a class action to include other passengers. No comment yet from Southwest. A little bit later, the 5-2 Baxter Lions looked to bounce back against the 2-1 Girard Trojans.
And we'll take a look at the January forecast coming up in just a little bit, so you want to stay tuned. Well, it was quite a bit cooler today than it was yesterday, but at least we were near normal with temperatures in the 50s, unlike yesterday where we tied the record high of 75 degrees. No 75 tonight. Instead, we're looking at a pretty nice cool evening down in Seneca, Missouri at the Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, and it's cool across the entire area. We did make it up to 64, but that was at midnight, and temperatures have been falling all day. We made it into the lower 50s for the afternoon high, 47 the low, which is actually 2 degrees above the normal high for this time of year, 26 the normal low, and of course the records are back in 2009 is 74, and 50 years earlier, 0. Back in 1959. We did have some rain last night with some of those thunderstorms. The heaviest rain was off to the south and east. You can see one swipe here of some heavy precipitation, around 2 inches in some isolated spots. Another stripe of precipitation up to the north and west. Around 1/3 of an inch was pretty average across our area with some of those showers and storms, even produced some pea-sized hail on the western side of Joplin. Big storm systems spinning over Iowa right now, slowly pulling away from us. But it's producing some severe weather still at this hour in Mississippi, Alabama, and eventually on over into Georgia. But those storms are staying away from us. We're also watching a big storm off the Pacific coast. This is a huge storm, what we call a bomb, a meteorological bomb where the surface pressure drops more than 24 millibars in 24 hours. And this thing is going to move right towards California, producing lots of flooding, wind, and landslides for those folks, but not here. We're going to see temperatures in the 30s right now, and we're going to drop through the 30s overnight. You can still see some 40s down in Oklahoma with 41 at Grove and in Jay. We're about 20 to 25 degrees colder tonight than we were last night at this time, but again, we're getting closer to normal than we were yesterday. Our dew points are also low tonight, with generally in the 20s and 30s across our area, so it's a little bit dry out there. Temperature right now is 38 degrees. It feels like 30. That's because the wind is at 13 miles per hour. Dew point's 29, and the pressure is currently rising. Tonight we're going to see mostly fair skies with just a few clouds passing by, but generally everyone will drop down into the 30s and some 20s as well with light westerly winds. Then tomorrow we'll see mostly sunny skies with highs in the mid 40s to upper 40s, especially down in Oklahoma. And then as we go into Wednesday night into Thursday morning, a front will slide through the area, but it's really going to just change our wind direction a little bit, with temperatures still in the 20s and 30s across our area. Again, more typical for early January. And then Thursday afternoon, we'll see highs in the mid 40s, even 50s down in Oklahoma. Then as we go into Thursday night into Friday morning, increasing clouds from the west, and the winds will turn around to the southeast, but still lows will be in the 30s. And if we take a look at the bigger picture, big storm system over us yesterday, moving up away from us. We'll be staying in the cool air for a couple of days, and then we'll have these little ripples of energy roll by as we head through the rest of the week, introducing a chance of showers, especially as we head towards Saturday. Here's your forecast. 46 tomorrow, 45 Thursday, double nickel on Friday, and then a chance of showers on Saturday morning, but we still remain cool in the early part of next week. And if we extend that out, maybe a wintry mix on Thursday morning, but at this point, I wouldn't get too excited about that system.
Okay, we won't get excited. I know you and the rest of the weather team will keep us informed
We'll
as
keep
necessary.
you informed.
Thanks, Sam. Possible tornado was reported yesterday in western Arkansas. This is video from Jesseville. The storm hit just before 3 p.m. yesterday, with the Jesseville High School taking heavy damage as more than 900 students took cover in classrooms. The school's football field received the most damage. Light poles were snapped in half, bleachers were flung from the stands, and the scoreboard was mangled. As you see, no major injuries were reported. Danny, and now the Nevada girls have won 7 straight games.
They host Webb City tonight. We have those details. And Girard is on the road this evening, facing Baxter Springs. Those highlights and more next. The Baxter Springs Lions host Girard this evening. Baxter is 5-2 entering tonight's matchup, while Girard is 2-1. Both teams are looking to bounce back after a loss their last time out. All Girard in the first, Alex Kester spins, hits the jumper. Then Aiden Troike takes the pass, knocks one down from distance. He finishes with 9. Trojans open on a 14-0 run. Third quarter, Aiden Damon sinks a 3 from the far side. Girard up 27-10. A few minutes later, Tommy McDowell gets the offensive rebound and lays it in. He scores a team-high 10 points. And later, nice pass to Brett Clevenger. He gets the shot to fall. Girard rolls by Baxter Springs 46-20. On the girls' side, Girard beats Baxter Springs 63-20. Riley Brooks drops 16 tonight. Emmeline Senecott and Hayden Buckley also score in double figures. The Trojans improve to 4-3. The Nevada girls are 9-2 this season and have won 7 in a row. They host the 6-4 Webb City Cardinals tonight. Webb City snaps Nevada's streak, getting by the Tigers 43-38. Sammy Mancini drops 22 points and Kate Brownfield adds 18. The Kansas Jayhawks are ranked 3rd in the country and on a 6-game winning streak. They are on the road this evening facing Texas Tech. The Jayhawks hang on to win this one 75-72. DeJuan Harris scores a team-high 18 points. Another Big 12 matchup here, Kansas State with a tough one this evening against 6th-ranked Texas. And the Wildcats take down the Longhorns 116-103.
Pretty big win for the Kansas State there.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back. Take some time now to honor a local veteran. Martin Henderson served in the U.S. Army from 1953 to 1961. The Ellsmore, Kansas native was stationed at Fort Sill, and we're proud to salute Specialist 4th Class Martin Henderson, a 4-state hero. A Virginia woman's talent for sewing is bringing joy to patients and staff at her local hospital. As Chelsea Church reports, it all started with just one walker bag for a friend, but it's now turned into hundreds of items for others.
Helen Breeden has loved sewing since she was a kid.
I've made comforts, I've made pillows, I've given lap quilts to the nursing homes, I've made bibs for the nursing homes.
Breeden says sewing is a good way to pass the time and to pass on something special. Since 2019, she's made 490 walker bags, 850 surgical caps, and more than 1,000 face masks for patients and staff at Centera RMH.
Once I get in my mind, then I stay busy. I don't give up.
And by staying busy, Breeden hopes to make a difference, contributing to causes close to her heart, like fighting cancer.
I have given every year for something like that. I feel like I'm getting back. I have a sister that had cancer, and that made me think. She's had it 3 times.
While Breeden says she enjoys being able to give back, doing what she loves, it's the people she meets along the way that motivate her to keep creating.
And in the last 10 years, I have really met a lot of people. The people are going to take you. You got to have friends in this world.
Sound advice.
You bet. Gotta have friends and be a friend. Apparently she is that.
Weather looks great this week. Just a few showers on Saturday morning, maybe a little bit of wintry stuff on early Thursday morning, but all in all, not bad.
Okay, a bit of wintry stuff, not too bad. We told you at 6 it's kind of bittersweet for us today, and we say that because sadly we're saying so long to a good friend. This is going to be Danny's last night behind the anchor desk because she's pursuing another opportunity, but we say sweet also because we wish you well and we know you're doing something that you want to do.
Yeah, thank you. I'm moving back closer to family to be in Atlanta, so I'm excited for that. But I just want to say I've met so many great people both at the station and in the community. I'll have a lot of really fond memories from my 2 years here.
You've certainly been an invaluable addition
Absolutely.
here. You've been amazing, and I know that I can speak for all of us, including viewers, when I say that we're going to miss you.
Thank you. I will as well.
Good luck to you. Thanks for joining us. Morning Show, 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.